a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustment.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Mitchell. Wiggins is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Hero into the shooting guard. And for Philadelphia, in the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Then there's Oubre. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Barlow in at the 4 slot. So, Greg, when you're in the first game of a back-to-back, how much focus slips into already looking towards the second game?
Well, from a player's perspective, not much. But from the view of a coach, it has to creep in some in terms of making sure you don't overplay your stars.
Good on the shot.
Crafty at cash it in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
Powell with it. Adebayo with a screen for Powell. Lock at 6. And the rejection by Embiid. Oubre against Powell. Oubre kicks to Maxey. Lets it go from deep. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, few guys get to the line the way Embiid does.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Embiid. And the trade of Jimmy Butler. Tim, the Heat's star power took a hit.
Well, one thing is for certain in this league, you need stars to win big. Draft picks, flexibility, those things are great. Even nice young players, but it's only going to take you so far.
And Embiid drops them both. Well, Greg, we know at his peak, Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds, it moves like he did. Not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
And around the basket, Tyler Hero is a very creative finisher.
Pass to Barlow. Back to Maxey. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Yeah, if you get into these late clock situations, Tyrese Maxey's the guy you want with the ball because he can create any shot on his own.
Now, here's Mitchell. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. Powell, that's good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Maxey. Oubre outside. Back to Maxey. This one for 3. Buries it from three-point range. Maxey's got 5 points so far.
Right back at you. Tyrese Maxey showing you his competitiveness.
Outside Hero. Adebayo with a screen for Powell. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. The 76ers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Pass to Barlow. Here's Edgecombe. Poked away, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. Philadelphia with the ball. They lead by 4.
And when you start out shooting 80% or better as a team, you start to feel yourself a little bit, and that feeling is good.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Nick Nurse. Like everyone, he's impressed with Adebayo's relentless nature. He said, quote, "We have to match his intensity at both ends, trying to keep him off of the glass and trying to keep the ball out of his hands. Coach knows they can do it for stretches, but he wonders if they can do it for a full game." Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. The Heat trail by 9. And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Last time they met was in Miami.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Well, there's no lack of range in this. The leading three-point shooters among the ranks of the NBA's big men the last month. Second, Joel Embiid.
And the value of having a big man who can do what these guys can is that they draw bigger defenders out of the paint. You have to stay with them wherever they go.
Well, you really stretch out defenses when you have big guys on your team who can shoot it like that.
Now, here's Adebayo. He's coming off a 13-point game against Memphis.
But he also had an impact as a facilitator, generating offense for others.
And the rejection by Embiid.
Oh, Embiid saying, not in my house.
Oubre finds Maxey. Hits the three-point bomb. Maxey's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Philadelphia. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Mitchell, a screen on Oubre. Outside, Hero. They need this. And again, it's the Heat missing.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
Oubre, left side. Mitchell against Maxey. Five to shoot. Shoots from the elbow. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Mitchell against Embiid. And that one's good, Mitchell.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Here's Edgecombe. Another three for Philadelphia.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Mitchell. Powell kicks to Adebayo. Wiggins outside. Three-pointer. That shot off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Maxey sets a screen for Edgecombe. Kept alive. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Look at Philadelphia. Right now the 6th best record in the conference, looking to hold on to playoff position and finish the regular season strong. And checking out Miami. Right behind him, just one spot down.
Well, right now for Miami, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, they're right where we thought they would be, and that's okay. Improvement rarely happens overnight.
Now Mitchell. After the missed three from Tyrese Maxey. Adebayo with the screen on Oubre. A three-pointer. Wiggins. Barlow grabs the rebound. The 76ers leading by 13. Oubre passes to Maxey. Now Embiid. Pass to Barlow. Fires the three. That's good, and it's Embiid with the assist. Embiid's got 3 assists now in this one. And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
A chance to check out stats for Kelly Oubre. How last month turned out for him. He's averaging 14 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, with some guys, we always talk about potential. What I like about him, he comes to work every night and actually produces.
And so Hero will bring it up for Miami. It's a 16-point game. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
That is the way they would like to play every night, but of course each opponent represents different challenges.
Philadelphia leading by 14. Pass to Embiid. Now Edgecombe. Another three for Philadelphia.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
The Heat trail by 17. Mitchell passes to Adebayo. And it's off from three-point range. Pass to Maxey. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. And it's Miami with the rebound. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
To the inside. Kicks it out to Wiggins. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo.
Yeah, he's solid from out there. Wiggins just producing year after year in this league.
Embiid with the screen on Mitchell. Maxey passes to Embiid. Counted.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Mitchell.
The assist from Lynx.
Outside Hero. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Wiggins right side. From deep. And again, Miami with the triple.
The Tyler Hero is always ready to let it fly. Locked and loaded.
Maxey passes to Embiid. From down in the low post, it goes. Embiid's got his second bucket tonight.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And you talk about physical dominance combined with skill. Tim, at his peak, where does Joel Embiid rank?
Well, Kevin, I'm not sure we've ever seen a 7-footer with this combination of power and three-point shooting touch. Injuries really are the only thing that have slowed him down.
Here's Edgecombe. Following the score by Miami to the paint. Fades and shoots. And again, it's Joel Embiid. Embiid's got his third bucket of the night.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And Adebayo throws it down.
And that one's on the defense right there. If you let Adebayo get this close, he will punch it on you.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Both teams will make substitutions. And here we can check out the story for Tyrese Maxey.
He's been playing a much bigger role in their offense over the past 5 games. It comes across in his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
And Grimes has it in the corner. Outside Edwards. Lowry from outside drains it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Yeah, when you string triples together, it adds up quickly.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thank you, Kevin. The Sixers are trying to pull it all together. Joel Embiid said he still can compete for a championship, but this is going to take time. We have a lot of talent, but we still have to go out and actually do it. It's just hard. We've got a pretty good chance to accomplish something. Kevin?
It's all about health. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Here's Watford, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Jovic, covered by Watford. And that one is stuffed right through.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You've got to love the effort. That's big time.
displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
And Miami has possession. 76ers getting the bucket. Just 4 to shoot. Miami needs to get a shot off. Embiid with the steal. Lowry against Smith. Pass to Watford. Outside Lowry. Shoots the 3. And Ware pulls it down. The Heat trail by 16. Here's Larson. Still scoreless. No good from outside. Down low. Watford passes to Embiid. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Smith outside. Pass to Jovic. Again, the miss by the Heat. It's Grimes on the wing. Back to Watford. Launches a 3. That shot, no good. A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for the 76ers. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. Right back after this break. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the 76ers.
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
And what about the collective effort so far from distance? Their shooters have been on point there.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Khalil Ware is out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Jonas. Then there's Powell. And it's Larson in at the 2-guard position. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Yeah, I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
And the 76ers with some changes. Beauchamp's checked in, and Martin subbed in for Payne. Now here's Powell. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis. Pass to Ware. There's the triple. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. They led by as many as 18 points. And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
Here's Jonas. He has yet to score, and he comes up with the deuce. The 76ers leading by 13. Pass to Edwards. Back to Martin. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. With force, Embiid takes it to him.
Yeah, and when he's healthy, Embiid has proven that this is what he's capable of every single night.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Philadelphia's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Martin wide open. He fires. No good on the 3. The Heat trail by 13. Pass to Jonas. Back to Ware. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
They set the pick. Martin, the pass to Embiid. On the clock. Three-pointer, Martin. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 4 rebounds in this game. Powell outside. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to Martin. The 76ers leading by 11 to the middle. And there's Edwards on the assist by Martin. Edwards got his first basket.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
Here they come.
The Heat making a switch here. Heroes checked in. Here now the league's highest scoring teams the past 10 games. What a stretch it has been for these guys. The Heat in 5th.
Yeah, what an impressive run for this club. Everybody seems to be in a rhythm in terms of scoring, and they are putting up some big numbers.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. The call will be against VJ Edgecombe. That is his first foul of the game. Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions, only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Pass to Embiid. Now Edgecombe. He takes it in. 6 to shoot. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. And a miss there on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Philadelphia leading by 13. Outside, Maxey. From the arc. Norman Powell with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
8 feet away. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Ware's got 6.
And after not scoring in the first, he's finally starting to get into a groove.
Maxey deciding where to go with it. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Yeah, spotting the open teammate there. Nice work by Maxey.
Powell sets a screen for Hero. Corner shot, and the jumper is on the mark. 7 points in the game.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
There's a screen. The tray. Shot by Grimes. No good. The Heat trail by 11. Now Ware. He has 6. Outside, Hero. Takes the 3. Drills the three-pointer. Hero's got it back down to single digits for Miami.
And that's why he's such a focal point offensively. It's that strong handle.
Outside, Maxey. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And the 76ers lead by 11. Greg, we know something every scout liked about VJ Edgecombe was his raw physical ability.
Yeah, many felt he was already NBA ready in terms of his physique. He's fast, he's strong, and he can just leap out of the gym. No waiting for him to fill out. This guy is ready to go.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Here's where Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Throws it up high.
Oh, great job moving the rock by Hero. Not a ball stopper. Tyler is a team player.
Hero against Maxey. Pass to Oubre. Outside, Maxey. Shoots over Hero. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Well, certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
Hero looking around. Fires for 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Larson. He had 10 points in the win against Memphis. Hero finds Ware. Basket good. Ware's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Well, he's certainly not the reason they're down. If they're going to grab the lead here, more guys are going to have to step up.
Embiid with the screen on Hero. Maxey, no good.
Well, that's a look you rarely see him miss.
Here's Larson. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Hero from long range. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Edgecombe. Here's Oubre. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Now Edgecombe. From outside, off the mark.
Well, after lighting it up from deep in the first quarter, they have quieted him down.
Hero, no good.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Maxey on the wing. Pulls up. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Maxey's got 15.
And the defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
Foul kicks to Hero. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Man, this guy is a natural bucket getter. It is so difficult to slow him down.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
Substitution on the court.
The 76ers leading by 11. Edgecombe with it. He's got 9. Oubre, good.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
Mitchell passes to Ware. And here is Hero. Mitchell outside. Now Hero. He's guarded closely. Count it. Good. Hero's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And this is why many are high on Hero. Possesses ability to kick it up a notch and just take over.
Pass to Edgecombe. Maxey against Mitchell. And that one's good. Maxey.
Well, that is some impressive body control right there on display by Maxey.
Outside, Hero. Wiggins outside. Fires from deep. Arlo grabs the rebound.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
Mitchell passes to Hero. 1:16 left in the first half of the game. Here's Adebayo. Nails the baby hook. And it's 6 points for Bam Adebayo.
And inside is where Bam is at his best. He knows how to outwork the other guys in the paint.
Oubre outside. And here's Maxey outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. Maxey's got 20 points.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Up top, Hero. He's got 14. Shot clock at 6. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
Well, this was once an area of weakness for Wiggins, but he has proven to be a steady three-point shooter for a few years now.
Now here's Drummond. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
And here is Hero. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Hero's got 11 points in the quarter.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
And so that brings the first half to a close. 76ers on top. They lead by 14. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
Joel, some fireworks early. What's going to be critical to keeping it rolling?
Just keep moving the ball, get stops, and I think the kids just moving the ball, playing together. We've been doing that, and we got some hot guys, and we got to keep feeling them.
Ball movement is key, guys.
All right, Allie, thank you for that interview. And we'll be back with more basketball in just a moment.
Direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. They're thinking about the shot. Give it up for the participants.
Hey everybody, it's halftime. Boy, it's been a rough go so far for the Miami Heat. And we're going to take a moment to talk about something. I've been seeing Shaq's face everywhere lately. Kenny, do you think it's fair to say Shaq is the king of sponsorships?
Interesting question, Ernest. Shaq, I do see you a lot in a lot of commercials, but I don't know if I call you the king of anything.
Ernie is right. I am indeed the king of sponsorship. Everybody wants the big diesel stamp of approval.
Shaq, you ever think of doing any pro bono work? I've got a neat spot that I think you'd be perfect for.
Where's that restaurant at?
Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the 76ers.
They've been great on the boards. Once these guys establish the position, it's hard to root them out, Shaq.
Tough physical approach. We'll see if adjustments are made on the other side to try and counter that. That's what you were going to say, wasn't it, Shaq?
Yeah, I was asleep. I'm sorry, Ernie.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Barlow in at the power forward position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
And for a shooter like Hero, that floater is a key shot. You can use it against teams who overplay that three-point line.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Joel Embiid is trying to stay on the court, and to that end, he's lost weight and he's embraced wearing a knee brace. He said, it's the right thing to do, giving me the support for the rest of my career. It may not look as good as it used to, with the jab or the pull-up and all that stuff, but it'll still work. Back over to you.
You got it, trying to stay healthy. Thanks a lot, Allie. And it's Miami with the rebound. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks in Milwaukee. That matchup falls in the middle game of this three-game trip. Mitchell kicks to Wiggins. Adebayo the screen. And it's Wiggins missing. And Embiid has got the ball here for the 76ers. They led by as many as 18 points. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. Offline with his three.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Last year marked the first All-Star appearance for Tyler Hero. Tim, he clearly is the pride in Milwaukee, one of the great high school players from that area.
Well, Kevin, he has finally put it all together and taken his game to the next level. Not just scoring, but also creating.
And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the two-star or three-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh and if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
And one thing you notice about Tyler Hero, this guy has unlimited confidence. And as a teammate, it's infectious.
Here's Edgecombe. 9 points in the game so far. Outside, Maxey. Nailed from three-point land. Maxey's got 23 points.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's Powell. Right now he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. Maxey against Mitchell. Now here's Embiid. Outside, Maxey. Off target with his three.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Wiggins finds Hero. Out to Powell. Adebayo the screen. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Powell.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
Here's Edgecombe. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. That one goes. Count it. He's got 25.
And you've seen Maxey elevate his game every single year. He has now turned into one of the game's premier scorers.
Now, here's Mitchell. Wiggins, a screen on Oubre. Powell dishes to Wiggins. Sinks that one from the post. Wiggins has got 8.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Pass to Edgecombe. Back to Maxey. Another miss by Maxey. The Heat trail by 11. Now Mitchell. Edgecombe with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Adebayo against Maxey. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo. Another young rising player in this league who's learning as he goes along is Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, he continues to get more responsibility on his plate, and I think as he starts to embrace that leadership role a little bit more and become more vocal, I think then you're going to start to see Philly really do some great things.
Yeah, maturing before our eyes. And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, this has been an interesting maturation from Tyrese Maxey. Really, all that untapped potential early on, but he has turned into an elite player in this league.
Maxey hits them both.
And that's about what we expect. He's been excellent from the line tonight.
The Heat trail by 13. Outside, Adebayo. Outside, Hero. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Adebayo's got his 4th assist in this one.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
Here's Edgecombe. He's got 9. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Maxey's got a pair of threes now here in the 3rd for the 76ers. It's tipped. Oubre against Powell. Oubre passes to Embiid. Now Maxey. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from 11. Tries again, and it's good on the way up. Maxey's got 32 points in the game.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Outside, Hero. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Pass to Barlow. Oubre outside. Philadelphia moving the ball around. The 10-footer. Edgecombe, no good.
That is a missed opportunity. He'd love to have that one back.
Embiid with the steal. Here's Barlow, guarded by Powell, and the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the 76ers?
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Well, you can also throw in what a great job they've done defensively, blocking and altering shots and just playing with a committed effort defensively.
Tim, when you think of the players, which players come to mind as setting the bar for a high basketball IQ?
LeBron James certainly at the top of the list. Nikola Jokic, I would put Luka Doncic in that category as well. IQ means you have the ability to understand defenses and where your 4 teammates are at all times.
And for some it's natural, and for some they probably got to work at it, correct?
You got to work on it, but I think it's critical if you really want to separate yourself from the rest of the pack.
Now Edgecombe. Following Davion Mitchell's three-point attempt. Outside, Maxey shoots it. It's hauled in by the Heat. Here's Hero. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. 25 points for Tyler Hero.
And how about Hero's body control, capable of still scoring even when the defense ups the ante in terms of physicality.
Here's Barlow. 6 points for him. Back to Oubre. Pass to Maxey. Good on the triple. Maxey's got 35 in the game.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Now, here's Adebayo. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Oubre. And the basket is good. Oubre's got 13.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
Philadelphia is from the Warriors.
Quentin Grimes is checked in for Philadelphia. And then for Miami, Khalil Ware comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Jaime Jaquez in for Mitchell. And Miami has possession. Ware finds Hero. Out left to the wing. Here's Adebayo. A 3-ball. And Hero the bucket on the assist by Adebayo. Adebayo's got assist number 5 here tonight. Hero against Maxey. Pass to Oubre. Inside. That one is good from Joel Embiid. 18 points for him.
Well, the defense did everything they could right there, but against a player like Embiid with that kind of power, it's just not enough.
Poke loose. Embiid with the steal. Here's Grimes. Outside, Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo passes to Hero. Fires the 3. Knocks it loose. Philadelphia leading by 21. Here's Grimes. Lays it up and banks it in.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Well, he had the spotlight. Why not add a little flair?
Here's Jaquez. Still without a basket. And a wide open look for Hero. Well, good with the triple.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
Pass to Oubre. Here's Embiid. 18 points for him. Launches it. Grimes with the bucket. Grimes has got 5 points now this quarter.
Nice time from Embiid. The big man showing off his vision there.
Hero passes to Powell. Looking to end the run. That one drops for him.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Now here's Oubre. He's got 13. Outside, Maxey. Shoots over Hero. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Timeout called the 76ers. Some changes for Philadelphia. Andre Drummond's checked in for Joel Embiid. Brendan Watford comes in for Oubre. And it's Edwards in for Edgecombe. So, Tim, you ended your NBA career a little bit early because of knee problems, and at 34, you made the transition to broadcasting and have excelled so much. What has that journey been like?
Well, certainly, Kevin, I wish I could have played another handful of years, but you're right. The knee injury forced me into this line of work, and I'm blessed and grateful because I can stay connected to the game. I get to watch it every night with a front row seat, and hopefully I get to make people a little bit smarter about what they're watching.
Oh, you do, believe me. You definitely do. And it's Drummond missing. The Heat shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Heat have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Jonas. And the 76ers with some changes. Walker comes in for Trendon Watford. And it's Lowry in for Maxey. Good on both. And so here is Philadelphia. 56 seconds left in the third quarter. Lowry passes to Walker. It's Grimes on the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Grimes has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
Pass to Larson. Here's Jonas. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Edwards finds Lowry. Drummond sets the screen for Lowry. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Heat ball. Now in for Philadelphia, number 20, Cameron Payne.
And here are the Heat. Here's Jonas. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Jovic. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. 76ers ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Let's get this next bucket, and we got to put together a string right now. It's all right here in the head. It's right here in the head. Stay connected.
Greg urging his team to go on a run here.
I mean, they have what it takes, and Coach Spo right now just trying to spark a fire in his group.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the floor for Miami, Norman Powell is out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Jonas. Then it's Khalil Ware. And it's Larson in at the 2. And the 3 ball is good.
They've given up a lot of 3-pointers here today.
Here's Jonas. It's Powell on the wing. It's 3-pointers off the mark, and it's in there.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Well, you see this all too often. The effort has to be there first.
Now here's Payne. Pass to Embiid. It's up a 3. Larson with the rebound. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Here's Jonas. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
First personal foul.
You know, Tim, some people love the star power of dynasties, but do you think the league's push for parity is helping the game overall?
Overall, I do believe competitive balance is good for the league. I think there are more fan bases that stay more engaged longer into the year, and that's just good for everybody.
I totally agree. And here are the 76ers now. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Now here's Embiid with the fadeaway. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
Domination, plain and simple. Embiid isn't holding back and is giving the defense all he's got.
Here's Jonas. Has to wear the 3. It's hauled in by Edwards. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. And the basket by Embiid.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Miami's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Powell outside. Got it. Good job in the low post.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Pass to Embiid. One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point. Pass to Jonas. 6 to shoot. There's the screen. Traps in the tray.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Some changes for Philadelphia. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Walker. Edgecombe comes in for Edwards. And Maxey subbed in for Cameron Payne. Nikola Jovic is checked in for Miami. Tyler Hero comes in for Jonas. Miami on defense. Oubre outside. And here we go. Fast break. Powell's got it. And the dunk by Powell.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And they seem to have found something out there. I like the confidence they're playing with.
And here are the 76ers now. Following the score by Miami. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And one of the things I love about Maxey, he has relentless energy. It doesn't matter what defense is thrown at him. He is constantly hunting his offense.
2 shots.
That one is off.
And after not getting to the line in the first half, he has changed his mentality. He's being much more aggressive.
He hits the second from the line. So when you look at different approaches to player recovery, from load management, say, Tim, to rub some dirt on it and get back in there, where do you stand on all of that?
Well, I do think teams have done a better job of trying to make sure players are protected from themselves and make sure they're getting enough rest. But I also think there are times guys should be allowed to play through certain types of minor injuries.
Tipped away. Here's where he's covered by Maxey. Where good.
Pure determination here, guys. A 4th quarter run that has them looking better and better as we get ready for the stretch run.
Now, here's Maxey. Here's the three. Drills it from outside. Maxey's got 42 in the game.
Just give him the ball. This guy is shooting lights out from deep.
Powell for three. Tyrese Maxey grabs the miss. Maxey's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
On the wing, Hawkins. The fadeaway. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The 76ers leading by 22. Outside, Maxey. Down low. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, with each bucket, he denies any thought of a comeback.
And the 76ers making a change here. Arlo's checked in. Free throw, good, Oubre. And Tim, I think it's safe to say that Kelly Oubre is an eccentric guy.
Well, Kevin, he's got the tattoos, the painted fingernails, certainly not afraid to express himself stylistically. And in this league, if you can play, well, the dress code is flexible.
Now, Maxey. Following the three-point attempt by Bam Adebayo. Pass to Embiid. Lets it go with the three. And it's Miami with the rebound. Wiggins passes to Hero. Hawkins outside, and here's Wiggins. And again, it's the Heat missing.
He created the opening, he got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
High post, Embiid. Adebayo on him. Now here's Embiid. He's guarded by Adebayo. Embiid, no good.
Trying to do a little too much with that fadeaway. There wasn't anyone near him.
Pass to Powell. So, Tim, when you played, you were one of the league's best sharpshooters. Did you ever look around and pick things up off of other guys you watch shoot the ball well?
No question. In fact, I learned a lot about how to move off the ball by watching other guys as I made my way through college and eventually became a pro. And even when I was in the league, I would study other players to pick up things on their footwork and how to get my release a little bit quicker.
Give me one player that you really studied hard.
Well, there's no question Del Curry was a guy I watched because he needed very little time to get that shot off, coming off of his screen. And unfortunately, several times I got there late against him and learned my lesson.
Here's Embiid, and he banks in the layup. Embiid's got 24.
And that's where you want Embiid to be aggressive. With his size and skill, he is dangerous down low.
It's Powell on the wing. Adebayo with a screen on Maxey. Shot's good by Hero.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Maxey kicks to Oubre. Embiid inside. Adebayo on him. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
Well, one thing that's true about Embiid, he knows how to draw that whistle. That's a great pump fake.
Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Mitchell, he's checked in for Jaime Hawkins. And Embiid drops them both. Tim, the NBA is always changing, but any predictions for the league that you kind of feel we're going to see around the corner?
Yeah, Kevin, I just think the influx and the impact of international players is going to be even stronger going forward. I think a lot of guys have seen the success that those players have had in the NBA, and hopefully it inspires even more great players internationally to want to play this great game.
And for a short time, you played overseas. You saw a lot of them firsthand.
I sure did, and I was in France well before the French influx really hit this league, but I knew then that was the goal.
And so here is Philadelphia, following the three from Davion Mitchell. Clock at 4. Maxey up and in on the layup. Maxey's got 44.
And he has led the attack for them the entire game, and now he's trying to get them to the finish line.
Mitchell with the bounce pass. Powell kicks to Mitchell. Adebayo with a screen for Mitchell. Deflects the pass. Hero, no good. Philadelphia leading by 23. Maxey passes to Oubre. For 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Mitchell kicks to Powell. Hero from long range. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Oubre's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Edgecombe. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans. Greg, that's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Be careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
Here's Hero. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. It's going to be Hero shooting. PJ Edgecombe picks one up. And the 76ers with a completely new group now.
At the line for the Heat, Tyler Hero. At the line for 1.
One shot.
I got you, man.
And Hero, one of those guys in the league that can nail free throws with his eyes closed.
And so Lowry will bring it up for Philadelphia. Drummond with a screen on Mitchell. Pass to Drummond. Now here's Edwards. Now Grimes. Drummond with a screen on Hero. Hits it from three-point range. Grimes has got 14 points here in the second half.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
And that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Now, Hero. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Philadelphia's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the 76ers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so checking out their record tonight, that'll mark win number 32 overall.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Joel Embiid.
And when he's dominant on the glass, his team benefits in so many ways. He took a lot of pressure off of his teammates tonight.
Now, here's Mitchell. Hero with it. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Well, that was just determination on the part of Tyler Hero, showing you he is up for the challenge.
Shooting for Miami, Tyler Hero.
Mind the lanes.
One shot.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And here's Lowry. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Joel, in the past, you've certainly had your critics, and you have not run from them. What are you looking to prove out there?
Just being dominant, so I want every time people hear my name, I want them to know that I'm a dominant player.
Well, you do have the ability to dominate every single night. Good luck moving forward.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Joel Embiid.